Bismillah Rahman Rahim. This is Engineer Masood Akhtar Kiani, and today we have the technical session number 104, Plan Cement Concrete, PCC Concrete, and our page reference is YouTube page reference is Material Engineer Officials. So we have completed 104 videos. If somebody wants to see any video with the different subjects, he can go through the page Material Engineer Official. Just click it and you will find all the videos in one place. I would like to request you to press the bell icon, like it, share it in order to reach the next video with the easy access. So let us go to the subject. Plain concrete in the is the mix of cement, which aggregates sand, coarse aggregate without steel. And this is called the PCC concrete. This is also a lean concrete. PCC is a important component of a building which is laid on the soil surface to avoid the direct contact of reinforcement of concrete with soil and water. So, what is the grade of PCC? The grade of the PCC is used M15 grade. You can say 15 Newton per millimeter square. The mix ratio is 1 ratio 2 ratio 4, 1 cement, 2 sand, and 4 aggregate. Application M15 grade plain concrete cement is used for leveling courses, bedding, and footings, beams, column, etc. M15 represent mix 15 Newton per millimeter square is a characteristic strength, which is the design strength after 28 days. And there is target strength for this one, which is 10 Newton also, but that is the safety factor as considered in a hidden safety measures in order to maintain the strength fluctuation around the design strength. So the cover block rest firm PCC required cover to bottom reinforcement is ensured. Reinforcement bars are placed in the steel and the reinforcement bars are never placed in the contact with the ground. Concrete never bond with the ground, soil, clay, and the other organic matters. A plain cement concrete PCC is a barrier on the soil between the ground and the concrete structure accordingly. So, what is the cement used in the PCC? Portland cement is recommended to use in the PCC concrete. Why PCC is used in construction? The main reason of providing PCC is to provide a rigid, impressive bed to concrete in a foundation before starting any PCC or masonry work directly on the excavated soil. PCC is done to form a revealed surface and to avoid the laying concrete on the soil directly so as to avoid mixing with the soil and the other prevents soil extraction. How the PCC is done in the construction? Uh, PCC is allowed to be done by hand mixing only the small scales work. So the base on which the concrete is mixed must be clean, uh, watertight, and the steel platform, sand, and the cement are the mixed thoroughly and followed with in addition to the coarse aggregate. But it can be also mm, placed by the concrete pump or the direct transit mixer shooter or whatever it is according to the site situation and where the quantity of concrete is mainly high or low should be arranged according to the system, according to the requirement. The PCC is mainly laid on to provide a rigid, impressive layer for a RCC over a excavated area before any masonry work certain. PCC minimum thickness should be 300 mm to and the 600 mm in deep excavation. In case if it is thickness should be a question, so should not be exceed 1500 mm. What is the mix ratio of the PCC? As we discussed, the mix ratio in, of the PCC is 1 to 4, but also it's 1, 5, and 10, which means the one part of cement, 5 parts of the sand, and 10 part of aggregate. PCC is the concrete used to make a level bed of the footing. Because if the quantity is ratio is changed, then depend upon the quantity. If the quantity is very high, so it can be the mixed design can be revised. So how the PCC is strong? PCC concrete is not used as a structural concrete, hence it is a lower strength, maximum 300,000 psi required, and then the reinforcement concrete, which is used for the structural concrete, is ranging from 300,000 to 1,500 psi for the high strength concrete. So how we can calculate the PCC for the concrete? Suppose we have the projects for the making concrete pavements of area 100 meter square and the slab thickness is 150 mm. Then we have calculate to dry volume of the uh, mix and would should be multiply with the factor 1.54 in wet volume. Mix ratio in M15 grade is equal to 1 to 4, one part of cement and the four part of the aggregate and two parts of the sands. So by this way, we can calculate from dry weight to the wet weight. And after PCC, if it is PCC, also it can be protected by the bitumen coating and whatever it is, if depend upon the specification of the projects and the site requirements and the weathering conditions. So whatever it is, some of our friend they are asking for the to talk something about the PCC. So we have in next session we will go for the road. We have some 3 4 session for the road, and we will speak about. And in the meantime, if somebody have any question for the PCC or any other uh, subjects, they can send the question also. So thank you very much, and have a nice day. And see you in next video with another subject.